Hello, everyone. Welcome to this third session on our first day of the 2022 Customer Day. I'm really glad that you're here. And today we're going to be talking in this session, we're going to be talking about the power of having your point of sale completely integrated with your ERP system. I'm going to take care of some housekeeping items before we actually get started. Very short reminders. You're all muted by default, but if you have questions, please use the Q&A functionality that Zoom provides at the bottom or at the top of your screen, depending on your setup. And we try to get to your questions at the end of the session. Please follow us on social media. Let's be friends somewhere else and let's interact. You can ask questions, and what we share on social media is always things that we believe are useful to you. So maybe reminders of webinars or other sessions that are coming up, or maybe there is a new functionality that is now available, things like that. So do choose the channel of your liking, there where you spend a little bit more time. Look for us, Consensus International, and let's interact on other levels as well. Another very quick reminder, please rate our session, this session and every session on the Customer Day that you attend. It gives us the opportunity to learn from you, from your feedback, and improve for future events and sessions. But also it gives you the opportunity to win an iPad that we will raffle on the last day. You need to type in your email when you rate the session, because otherwise we cannot enter your name in the raffle. So please do that little step. If you rate a session, if you liked it or not, if you have any feedback, we appreciate the details, but very, very important, your email, because otherwise we cannot enter you in the raffle. And now to the good part. I'm here today with Jaime Wilchez, or Jaime Wilchez. I don't know, what do you prefer, Jaime?
Honestly, I prefer Jaime.
Okay,
It
okay.
sounds more like me.
Yes. I'm used to calling you Jaime, but sometimes I have heard you introduce yourself as Jaime, which probably makes it easier for some English speakers. But yeah, it's Jaime feels more like you. That's
Yeah.
correct. So Jaime Wilchez is one of our senior technical consultants. He's a very complete consultant. He's also very, very proficient in the functional aspect of SAP Business One, and he has been leading innovation for some years now. So you will see, whenever you get to work with Jaime, you will see that innovative mind and creativity and always doing very new things and thinking ahead for our customers. So thank you, Jaime, for preparing this presentation for us for the Customer Day. One thing that while working with Jaime on this presentation, I was struck by is that we always think of point of sale for the retail industry, correct? That's what comes to mind first, because the retail, they need a point of sale, that's without a doubt. But what we've been seeing in our customer base is that more and more distributors who didn't used to sell directly, they are opening new channels. So everybody's innovating in that way. So you might have your warehouse, and then some of your customers come directly to your warehouse, and maybe they, for different reasons, they might want to just save on the shipping, or they might want to choose, or it's more convenient for them. And that's a direct sale that you can make. And you were not traditionally on retail, but now it would make sense for you to have a point of sale at your warehouse or at your showroom. It's a little bit the same as having e-commerce integrated. So not only retail is now also on e-commerce, also people who were doing production, and traditionally they were only selling to distributors, but now they want, this gives you just a new opportunity. It opens a new opportunity to do things a little different. And going back to what Mauricio was saying in the first presentation, it's another way to innovate, just, creating an additional channel for you. And this point of sale also works very well for entertainment industry, correct, Jaime?
Yeah, that is correct.
Actually, I think one of the first big projects that we implemented in Colombia was the huge, I think it's called Movistar Arena, correct?
Yeah, that is correct. Basically, when SAP released SAP Customer Checkout, it was for this big stadium in Munich. So we can combine the three principal aspects there: the retail process, the table service, and the quick service. So yeah, we can use SAP Customer Checkout in multiple industries.
Fantastic. And the good news is that our development team in Colombia was the first to localize customer checkout for Colombia. And they, with their help and Jaime, we localized it as well for the US. So now we have already implemented this solution integrated with SAP Business One with customers here in the US. So I think this is a huge opportunity. And if you want to learn more about SAP Customer Checkout, this point of sale solution that integrates with your ERP, just send us an email. And we're now going to jump into Jaime's presentation. Again, Jaime, thank you very much for preparing it. And we're going to turn off our camera so that you can concentrate on the content. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A functionality. Thank you again.
Good morning and welcome to this presentation about SAP Customer Checkout. Today we are going to review the main functions of SAP Customer Checkout, the whole retail process, and check how this product is completely integrated with SAP Business One. Okay, so before to talk about the integrations and how SAP Customer Checkout is connected to SAP, we are going to review what is SAP Customer Checkout. And basically, this application provides point of sales management and real-time sales and stock updates. Give your sales staff the point of sales functionality they need to excel across sports and entertainment, retail, merchandising, and catering. SAP Customer Checkout supports all common POS requirements and can be integrated with ERP system for more options. A very interesting things because the deployment of the solution is on-premise and also it works on cloud environments. SAP Customer Checkout is super intuitive. See how this works on the demo, and also is able to work offline. We are able to sell products even if the connection to internet is not available at that moment. A standalone solution or integrated with SAP, we are able to work in that both ways. And SAP Customer Checkout includes a solution for retail, for quick service, and table service. Okay, so let's review the principal points of SAP Customer Checkout. First, we have sales, where we are able to sell in products and pay those products with various payment methods like cash, like credit card. We are able to apply discounts, the same discounts that we are configured on SAP Business One. We will have the same on SAP Customer Checkout. We have the possibility to create returns over a sale. Also, we can check the stock for multiple warehouses on real time. Also, we are able to check the stock from SAP Business One from multiple warehouses. We are able to create customers in SAP Customer Checkout, and then those customers are synchronized to SAP Business One. Also, we can create a payment on invoice, or if we have a sales order created on SAP, we are able to create the invoice on SAP Customer Checkout. Okay, we can create movements like cashing to add some money at our drawer in our point of sale, or creating a cash out, also a pay in or pay out. At the end of the day, we can create an end day closing for closing our point of sale. And if we have SAP Customer Checkout Manager, we can perform time recording, also handle the vouchers, create the loyalty management and parking receipts. Okay, so let's review the retail process. First of all, at the check-in time, we record the check-in time at the point of sale, specifically when starting the working hours. Then, with the process of cash in, we are just adding funds to our cash box before start sales or automatic transfer of cash desk closing. Then, on the process of sales is the regular retail process, system guided by articles, returns, vouchers, create customers, all that functionalities. We also have the option to cashing up the cash in, cash out process, which is basically cashing to a drawer if we need to have some change or something like that, or cash out drawer like absorption of funds. At the end day closing, we have the completely absorption of drawer, partial absorption of drawer with transfer of remaining money, and the difference calculations if we have some movements that not match between the funds that we have on our point of sales and the funds registered on SAP Customer Checkout. And at the end of the day, the checkout time, record the checkout time at the point of sales when ending the working hours. Okay, so let's jump to the SAP Customer Checkout interface. When we open SAP Customer Checkout, we basically have this window where SAP Customer Checkout is asking for our user and our password. Those users and password are assigned on SAP Customer Checkout Manager, or we can create locally for every user that we are using on the application. So basically, this is the interface where we have some sections important. The first one is the section where we are going to see how many articles we are going to sell, the name of the article, the discount, and the price, and the totals at the bottom of this window. We also have the open amount because we can pay the documents with multiple payment methods. Here at the middle of the screen, we have the options to select a new customer, return a receipt, or checking the stock for some items. Here, for our example, we have some shortcuts created because this is a store of makeup and beauty accessories. So we have some products to add in a quick way, like lipsticks or brush. In this category, we have some accessories for hair and accessories for eyes. Here at the right of the window, we have the item groups, options for receipts, option for sales items, customer and loyalty programs, and some components available on Customer Checkout. All these screens and windows are completely customizable for each customer. So this is basically an example, but you're able to configure those options on your own screens. Okay, so let's check the customers. If we want to select a customer, we just need to click here on these options to select customer, and a new window is popping up. Here we have the same customers created on SAP Business One. This customer checkout is connected to SAP. So here we have the customer ID, the name, the address, the status, if the customer is active or inactive. If we are applying some discounts, the tax ID, the tax status to calculate tax. And also we have the chance to see some user-defined fields on this window. We can search by the code, the name, or if we prefer, we can use this option, the advanced search, to be able to search for multiple parameters like city, company name, last name, status, and any others. We can combine those filters to get more precise results. Okay, so let's use the basic function on SAP Customer Checkout. For this example, I'm going to work with this company, Microchips. And I just need to select the customer and add to receipt this customer. Also, if it is a new customer, I am able to create a new one with some simple information. So if we need to create a new one, we just select this option, which is create customer, and we can enter some basic information to create this new customer. Okay, so let's create a new one. I'm going to create a person. The title of this person is a Mr. The first name, Jaime. Last name, Wilchez. The street, Northwest 1004. Street. Country of region, we have a list of countries here. United States. Some information is not mandatory, like date of birth, because we know some customers, they don't want to give us the whole information. So some options are optional. And also I'm going to include a cell phone. And an email. gmail.com. And here, when we are ending to create our customer, we have two options: to save and add to receipt, or just saving the new customer. We are going to use these options to save and add to receipt. Okay, so here we have our customer selected. If we don't have the information of the customer, we just can work with a generic customer, which is one-time customer created on SAP. So we are also able to select this customer to work just one time with this one. So let's select this customer, one-time customer. And here we have multiple options enabled. We can cancel a receipt, because every time that you select a new customer to work with this one on SAP Customer Checkout, a new receipt is created, even if we are not selected yet any article. We can cancel an item. We are going to check this option after we adding some products. And we can select the sales agent. This is relevant for commissions or that kind of things. And we can apply a receipt discount or print this receipt. Also, we have here on receipt a very interesting function that we will check after, which is the option to park receipt. That means that we are able to save a specific receipt and create some other receipt, and then when we finish that operation, continue with that previous receipt. So let's check this option later. First, we're going to add some products here on Customer Checkout. Okay, so we have multiple options to add products in Customer Checkout. The first one is typing the exact code of the item in the screen. We are going to type the article BAC 0102 and press enter, and automatically this item is added into our receipt. So here we have the quantity, the article, the discount, and the price. If we need to check more information or detailed information related to this article, we are going to check this option in sales item, which is item details. And here we have all the information of this item: the ID, the description, the warehouse that we are using to sell this product, the quantity, which is the unit of measure, and the tax code applied over this item. Also here we can change the quantity. So let's say we are going to sell 4 of this item, and let's press OK, and it automatically add 4 or this item here into our receipt. The second option is, if we have scanners, we can read that barcode and it automatically populates the article here Or the third one is here on this magnifier and select article. And we'll have here all the articles created on this database. As this database is, for example, we have multiple articles not related to this store, but let's check some articles here and let's select this one. And as simple as just select the article and press add to receipt, we'll have the item here. Also, we can check the levels of the stock. This information is taken directly from SAP in real time. So here we have on the warehouse 01 available for selling 44, and in warehouse 02, the West Coast warehouse, 74. So we are okay to continue with this sales process. With our articles added to our receipt, let's move into the payment methods that we have available here. So let's press this button to check all the payment methods, and we have basically cash, cards, vouchers, or if this receipt is on credit. We can use one or we can combine multiple of them. So for this example, I'm going to pay 200 in cash. 200 in cash. And here we have a new line, which is the value paid on cash, 200. And let's pay the other part with card. Let's use Visa, and we are going to charge the remaining amount, which is $69.75, to this receipt. As soon as I press this button and SAP Customer Checkout detects that the balance applied is equal to the total of the receipt, it automatically close the receipt and create the movement on SAP Business One and print the receipt for the customer. So let's press OK. And there it is. The receipt now is closed, and now we can print the receipt and check this movement on SAP Business One. Okay, so let's check in SAP Business One how it looks our invoice. So let's go to Models, Sales, Invoice, and we are going to check the last one, which is for one-time customer. We have here the POS receipt number with the series defined on SAP Customer Checkout. This receipt is closed because we already paid this document. And at the lines, we have the items, the BAC 0102, quantity 4, tax code by default is FL, and just for check from where is taking the stock, we are going to enable our warehouse code, and is coming from the warehouse number 01. Also, it's happening the same for the second item. So basically this receipt is closed because we already applied the payment document. We are going to check the payment list and the payment number related to this document. And here we have on our payment means two payment. The first one, which is cash for 200, and the other one for 69.75. So with this simple example, we are looking that SAP Customer Checkout is able to create a receipt and automatically transfer that receipt to SAP Business One. In SAP Customer Checkout, we also have the option to return a receipt. If we want to return some sales, we have to first select the receipt, the one that we want to return. We are going to return this one, the previous one that we created, and let's press return. So here we have some options. If we want to return the whole receipt, we are going to use this one. And also we have the option to return individual articles. So in this case, we are just going to return individual articles. And let's say that we want to return 2 of this item. So let's select 2. And here we have -2 compared to the original receipt. And that is all the things that we are going to return. So let's select return receipt, and it's processing. And here we have basically a negative line, -2, and the price of this line. Let's select which is the payment means from where we want to return. Let's say we are going to return this in cash. So -74.45 negative. So the change is 0. The cash value is exactly the same as the total. So let's press OK. And with this, we already have created the return. And in SAP, we also have the create memo created already. So let's move to sales, create memo. And let's check for the last one. And here we have our POS receipt with the number, the item that we selected on SAP Customer Checkout, the quantity, the unit price, the total of this document, and in payment means, here, there it is, the cash and the total value. Okay, let's talk about park receipts. I'm going to select this customer, add to receipt, and I'm going to sell this item, and this item. So if I don't want to lose this receipt, but I need to attend other customer, I can park this receipt. So let's move into receipt and select the option to park receipt. This receipt is not deleted, it's just saved as a draft. So if I enter here on receipts and press search, the status of this receipt is parked. It means it's saved as a draft, but is not completely deleted from the database. So I am able to create a new sales receipt for other customer, let's say this one-time customer, and this customer is going to buy this one and 2 items of this one. Okay, so I can also use this button to exact amount, and all the open balance is charged as cash and the receipt is automatically created. So exact amount, the receipt is created, and now I have the chance to go to receipts, resume receipt, and looking for my part receipts. This is the one that I created before, resume, and I can continue since here with my sales process. I'm going to use the function on credit, cash basic as a payment terms, and if I want to enter additional information, I'm able to do that also. So I can press done here, select which is the total on credit for this document, and press OK. Okay, on SAP, let's move to sales, AR invoice, and let's select the last document for this customer. And the difference between the others that we previously created is that this document is in status open, because we selected the option on hold on customer checkout, and then when we got the payment, we can create the document on SAP Business One directly. With SAP Customer Checkout, we have the monitor. It allows control the receipts and check if the receipt is already synchronized or not with SAP Business One. We can check the details of the receipt as the totals, the payment methods, and items. So let's check one receipt. And here we have detailed information related to that receipt. The receipt ID on SAP Customer Checkout, what is the POS system, the document date, the date at the time, the customer ID, if the document is an invoice, if the document is a credit memo, the totals, who was the user that created this document, and in the sales items, the information of the items, the quantity, warehouses, discounts, gross amounts, and the description of the payment items. So this is a very good point of control to check if our documents on SAP Customer Checkout are synchronized or not with SAP. And also we have three important status on here. Release, like this one, when the document is correctly synchronized with SAP Business One. Canceled, like this one, because the user just canceled the document or is duplicated. And the other one, inconsistent, like this receipt, because the receipt has an error. Every time that we select a receipt inconsistent, at the bottom of the page, it says what is the error. So in this case, some item falls into negative inventory. So in order to release this document, we have to fix that error on SAP, adding some quantities into the warehouse, and then come here into our monitor, select the document, and select the option release. If all the errors are fixed on our backend, which is SAP Business One, the document will be created on the database. If not, we'll have another error. What we have here is the summary of the process of sales for a cashier. Depending on the role assigned to a user, the user can access different screens. Basically, we have a configuration of roles on the manager side, one for cashier and one for administrator. A cashier primarily uses the sales screen. The sales screen supports the following retail process that we already seen in this presentation. Point of sales, making a regular sales, the possibility to read articles by scanner, entering manually the references, or searching the article directly on Customer Checkout. For customer, the option to select a customer or create a new one at the point of sale and edit customer data, giving a discount for a special customer, discount on sales item level, or discount on header level, and the multiple option for payments, selecting different payment methods, payment via credit card, cash payment, payment on credit, or payment for vouchers.
Thank you, Jaime, for that presentation. It was very comprehensive. I think we all got an idea of how customer checkout works. And again, I want to just extend this invitation to our customers who were watching. If you are not sure how customer checkout could benefit you or how it could fit into your solution, please give us a call. We're happy to review your scenario with you, and probably we will bring Jaime into that conversation because he's one of the experts for customer checkout here, so that we can decide together if customer checkout is for you or for another person that you know. We have just one question on our Q&A, and it's regarding location. So the user is asking if a customer buys something at one location and wants to return it in a different location, is customer checkout able to handle that?
Yeah, we can define specific warehouses for the users and for the stores, and also enable other warehouses just for creating returns. So in that moment, we can decide where we are going to create the return. If we are going to receive the inventory at the same warehouse where we are creating the return, or if we would like to received in the other warehouse.
Okay.
So yeah,
okay,
you can handle
fantastic.
that scenario.
Okay, we have another question here. Going back to what you mentioned on the presentation, that customer checkout can work offline. Can you explain what that means exactly and how it connects to SAP if it's offline?
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, customer checkout creates a connection via integration framework. So
Okay.
each time when you create a new receipt on customer checkout, it saves all that information on the monitor on
Okay.
customer checkout.
Okay.
So the information is saved there. And as soon as customer checkout detects that the monitor have access to internet to send the documents via integration framework, the monitor will start to upload the documents to SAP. So that means the customer checkout is able to work offline because all the data is saved on the monitor. And then when the monitor detects the internet connection, is going to start to send the documents to SAP.
Okay, so what it means is that if you lose internet connection, you don't need to stop working and serving customers. You can take in payments and you can sell, but it will be synchronized with SAP as soon as that connection is available. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, good. Okay, well, thank you very much, Jaime. To all of you who want to learn a little bit more, just contact us. Thank you for being with us on this customer day. And remember to rate the session and include your email address on the survey so that we can put you on that big list for the iPad raffle. We'll see you tomorrow. If you haven't registered to sessions tomorrow, check the agenda. I think you're gonna like the content that we have prepared for you tomorrow. Thank you, Jaime, again, and have a wonderful day, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.